Hey guys, Dylan here, and I just want to do. I don't think it's gonna be a quick video because I have a lot here, but I want to do a video on an anime that I finished today, which was one of the spring anime, which I didn't ever say that I was going to watch, but I ended up watching it anyway, and that is called Devil's Line. And for people who don't know about it, I'll give a synopsis of it. The synopsis of it on that was where I found where this a synopsis of it. If I'm sorry if I say any of these say any names wrong. Tsukasa, a college student, is rescued from an attack by a devil, one of many vampires that can blend in among the human population. Ansai, her savior, her savior is a half-devil who exploits his supernatural gifts as a member of a shadowy police task force that specializes in devil-related crime in Tokyo. As Ansai continues to keep guard over Tsukasa, the two quickly form a tentative bond, one that Ansai fears will test his ironclad rule of never drinking human blood. Now, after watching the show, some of that, I don't know how much of that is exactly what the story is, but that gives some. I'm not going to be very spoilery of this. Now, one of my first two impressions of this anime was one, it reminded me a lot of Tokyo Ghoul in the case of there's another being, more the supernatural beings that are being discriminated against because there are a few bad ones. Though, yeah, basically, that's one of my first thoughts. That it's like Tokyo Ghoul, but with vampires, or as they say, devils. They say both. It gets confusing after a while because they keep going back and forth between devils, vampires. I think one time they said demon. And just like, okay, they're going to keep going back and forth. And the other thing was that there is a romance that is involved. So I'm like, okay, so this is like Twilight. If Twilight was actually good, and I don't probably gonna get some hate, but there's a lot of things that no, Twilight is garbage. Just saying. But this anime is basically Twilight, but it feels actually good. Basically, that's another impression that I got. And whenever they're talking about them as vampires, or as the known actual term in it is called, they're called devils, not vampires, is because they're not technically vampires. I mean, yes, they'll suck blood and they get a craving for it like vampires do, but this is where the Twilight part kind of comes in, is that they don't burn in the sun like actual vampires do, but of course they don't sparkle like, ugh. Anyway, but also that they have different urges that are not just bloodlust. There's also a mature theme of sexuality in this. So this anime is definitely for more mature audiences because there are definitely sexual themes in this anime, and that these devils are kind of they they can live like a human, but they do get back like when someone who's like always working and or like never sleeps to get bags under their eyes. It's they'll look like that if they haven't drank any blood for a while, or if they don't get a sedative to keep their urges down, or to keep them from turning into what is shown to be like, that don't look like the vampires that would be like, oh, just like they do have fangs, but these fangs are more like demon fangs than vampire fangs. That's why they're called devils more than vampires. They're just referred to as vampires because they, like I said, they suck blood. That's the first thing that people come to, is that, hey, they suck blood. They must be a vampire. Wrong, because they're technically not. So there's a lot of, like that. It's never specified exactly why they're called devils either. Like, it's not clear as to what they actually are. They're similar to humans in physiologically, except for enhanced like strength and agility, like vampires or any supernatural creature. Anyway, so it's not really specified exactly what they are, but for now they're just called devils. And it kind of goes through like it talked about, there are these two characters, and the first character, the Tsukasa Taira and Anzai, they develop it's mainly about them developing a relationship more than the political views, essentially. So it's kind of more focused on them, on their relationship, or them trying to develop that relationship. And I'm just gonna say that the ending is kind of lackluster, in my opinion, because I don't know, I just didn't like how it ended very well. I hope they do a second season so it can continue the story, though, because it was a good anime. Don't get me wrong about complaining about the ending. It is a good anime. I just wish there was more to the ending than what happened. I don't know. That's just my opinion, though. Others could disagree, and I don't care. It's my I'm just expressing my own opinion for this. So yeah, I'm hoping for season 2, and I do plan on reading the manga that this is based off of, so I can see if there's more. Because as far as I know, the manga is ongoing, so there's a chance for a season 2. But you never know. It could end up like one of those anime that never gets a second season. It's like Dead in Wonderland, but that's another thing. But anyway, that's my review. Overall, I give this anime a probably 7 out of 10. If I had to put it on a scale, probably a 7 out of 10. It wasn't the best, but it was pretty good. It was really good, but it would have been like a 7.5 or an 8, except because the ending lowered it to 7. So that's my review. If you like this video and want to see more otaku content, want to consider subscribing for more, and tell me in the comments if you've seen this anime and what you thought of it. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.